and you're telling people you can't say the word. One of the hardest songs, man. Jay-Z and Ye in Paris. That's
Yo,
one of the hardest songs.
using the N word. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna slap you, nigga.
Yeah.
Really like that. So these kids grew up using that word. They don't know differently. So I don't know. You cannot say in that context, and context matters always, I think. In that context, text, you can't say it's a racial context. He's using it as dude or whatever, pal,
Yeah.
whatever how you want to translate it.
Yeah.
So
And I'll continue.
so then you ask yourself, in this case, she's not new to the game. Social media is a game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She knows that if she uses that word, but she grew up listening to,
Yeah.
what it will start.
Yeah.
If you're looking for clout, and like you said, you want to start a career, because we know she's what people want to see. Certain people, let's put it that way. If you put like a roadblock, a bottleneck into the career, we all know certain people try to donate or make her more popular. I think there was what's her name? I forgot her name. She's one of the conservative girls. Forgot her
Conservative.
name. Very blonde. Forgot her name. I can't even call her name, but she's blonde, blue-eyed as well. If you say certain words and people try to, then you get certain people to support you.
Yeah, you don't want them to support you. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So let's just like, yeah, you might find yourself shaking hands with a bald guy, a bald white guy, and you don't know why, and then they'll associate you with that guy. But I think what the way she said it again, I'm a proponent. Need to keep it simple. Either we decided we use it or we decide not to. It's the music is popping, the genre is popping, and you're telling people you can't say the word. One of the hardest songs, man. Jay-Z and Ye in Paris. That's
Yo,
one of the hardest songs, man. And you can't replace it with Black Man.
you can
Paris.
replace it with anything.
Especially if you want someone to play the song and you're at a party. It's like,
Yeah.
hey, can you play this song? It's like, what's the song?
One song and one song only.
And where's the Paris?
And so you can. And, okay, the second question is, you can see it. I mean, let's just do the thought experiment. You can't say it, but can you request it as a white guy to the DJ? I want N word in Paris. I don't know. What I do think is the following: if you have songs where you can replace the word with something else, and say a dude, as I never hesitate to put a dude on it. Okay, sure. But do you think you can say, you don't know, now you know, dude? It doesn't work. So part of the art is using that word. And I think this will be a continuous debate. I do think, however, if I can anticipate that in the future, it will be tolerated and accepted.
100%. But then also lose that edge, because what you're saying is we made it cool, and then other people wanted to use it because it's cool. But then it's like, no, you can't use it. But then it's like, okay, you can use it, but now it's going to be less cool because everybody's using it.
Yeah.
Or using it in the context of you're cooking and you're just using it. Like, that's probably not. This is important to this moment, but in 5 years, the tread wipe is not going to ring the same way as it's ringing now. And it's only ringing now because of, the culmination, and there's a lot of different things. So Um,
And even what you see now is that people are saying, "Who cares?"
right.
I think it's
Yeah.
much more than in the past. If I look at the comments relating to this story, you clearly see like I don't, a slight shift. In the past, people would be going crazy in the comments, and right now people are saying, "Yeah, okay, she's saying it. Who cares? Let's not try to make her popular for no
Yeah.
reason because she
Yeah.
just said something that I mean, yeah, she said it. Okay, who cares?"
But it's more of like, what did she say? And who are those people? And are they broke? So then she just told the truth. They're broke ass niggas.
Yeah.
And not
Again,
as
but again, it's a never ending discussion. If we if we as long as I think it's either you do
Yeah,
or you
you do.
don't,
You're right.
and everything in between, and a word, and I think a word only has a word
Power
only
if
has
you give it.
power if you give it to it.
yeah.
So if you
Yeah.
decide that the word doesn't have power over you, then you can say it, call me. It doesn't matter to me. Say it when you're angry. It doesn't matter. Say it when you're sad.
The
Doesn't
thing
matter.
is,
I
a
might
lot of
like
people have been
it
programmed.
intimate, but yeah, okay. What
A
that's
lot of
just me.
people have been programmed.
I mean,
The
yeah,
question
that's
is, can you deprogram people from getting triggered from the word?
Well, there's different programs because what we're saying is this new generation has a different program than the what do you call it? I mean, what's the one below the baby boomers? Trump is a boomer, right?
yeah. You have
I
baby
think it's
boom,
Generation X.
uh, XYZ.
Let me see. You
Yeah,
have baby boomers. You have silent generation from 1928 to
No,
1945.
go the
I
other
mean,
way.
after
the other way.
Generation X,
Yeah.
1965 to 1980.
Flower
Now
power.
they're the ones who are there. They're MLK died, Malcolm X. They are very much, half of the black population still wants to go back to Africa. The other half is like, I mean, it's just, I don't even want to go there, but there's so much they were programmed and it's just like, bro, listen, respect, but it's actually not what they told you, and you are still living in that moment. What I want to say is, I was on a panel this past week with another girl who open freely says it, and so it's like I think it's Thorpe TV, Grace Thorpe. She actually started a channel with like her family, and now I think she's kind of venturing off and doing her own thing, but
Mm.
she freely says it. Referring to her father and friends, and she says she doesn't say it to every black person she comes across on the street, but she does understand that it has a certain ring to it as a content creator, so she thinks it's funny. Who are you to say are you going to pull up on her for saying, like, it's like she was programmed to say that I don't believe in that program. So I just think we're here, right? It is not just a one-time girl at bat. It's like this is a generational thing that beautifully more people are thinking for themselves. Like, yeah, I really don't care, or I don't
There are
know.
there are enough great people crazy enough to pull up. I'll tell you
Yo,
that. But
okay, and guys, if he knows that term, the broadcast term, sorry, if she knows the broadcast term, she'll probably know what it means when someone says "run it." So it's still good. She's familiar
Well,
with. Oh, man. She's familiar. Nah, but nah, I think yeah, a word is a word. Either it's not allowed, and then you make it illegal, and if you say it, then that I mean, as a lawyer, thinking from the legal perspective, if you want it to really, if you really don't want it, you need to ban it. If you don't, and if you tolerate it, then you're always bound to have these things. And these Generation X, I always say they protested against everything. Everything was wrong. Everything was bad. Protested against the system and all those things. You had feminism and all those things
like,
happened. Yeah, yeah. And so it's okay, great. But now that's how society goes, and it shifts. And one thing that's allowed then and was normal down and then and accepted then is not accepted now. But maybe in 50 years it's going to be accepted again. So it's
times change, man. Times
Times
change.
change.